Okay, so today I'm going to cap off the fact that I finally beat that level 6 chess bot. Believe it or not, that was like a checkpoint for me, because that's kind of, my chess series has kind of reached a dead end where I'm not playing like rated games against players anymore and trying to ladder up the chess.com and let's chat. So whatever, we wanted to beat that level 6 bot. Now I'm gonna just do different random things. So one of those series I was talking about was the Delisted game series, where I basically I play a bunch of these games that are about to be delisted, because it's one of those things like there's nothing to lose, right? Usually I'm like very particular. I don't want to do something unless I really am in the mood or I have a lot of time or I'm going to get really immersed. But with stuff like this is apparently, I use this website called Delisted Games, but I'm sure there's other resources like that and Reddit and stuff. So this game is supposedly about to be delisted in a couple days. And because of that too, it's only like 79 cents to buy it. So I just got it. And there was like a special edition too for like $2.43 with like special skins or something, but I don't really care. The problem with some of these when they're about to be delisted is it could be one of two things. You might waste your money, which to be fair, this wasn't very much, but you might waste your money and then it might not be playable anymore, either because it's like an online game that relies on a player base that's going to be dead already, but so, never mind the fact that it might go offline period in a couple of days, but also the fact that even if it's still active now, it's still going to be dead, right? That's why it's going offline, because the player base is gone, right? Like when I went to play Spellbreak before that was about to go offline, which sort of gave the impetus of this whole series, I was like, I needed an excuse to be able to play something that was about to go offline, like Spellbreak at that time. So I made a whole format. Every Saturday I would do that. Like in 2023, I sort of started that. This music is pretty good, actually. But yeah, this gives me an excuse to do something that it's like there's nothing to lose, because I may as well do it, because then otherwise you'll never get the chance. And even though it can kind of be a waste of money and kind of sad that you might never be able to play it again, or at least online, and some of these games depend on online purposes. Like another one that was on there is like Resident Evil Reverse or whatever. Apparently that's something that's about to go offline. Let's do this one instead, like a parkour game, which I've never really played too many of those. Like even Mirror's Edge I've never played, so it's an interesting genre. Welcome to Supermoves, a game that's all about running fast and doing epic part. And I'm sure that site isn't like all inclusive either, like everything that's about to be delisted, but I think it's one of those things you have to worry about in the whole digital age. Like, that's the problem with not having disc games or physical games anymore. Number one is they can rely on being online only, whereas before that might not have been acceptable, because that's just the culture. Like, it's okay to make a game without any single player at all, even though that, if you're paying for it, or even if you're not, just in principle, as soon as the player base dies out, the game is completely useless to you, even if it doesn't go offline, right? It relies on a player base, which isn't fun. To know that you might lose that. You pay $60 for a game, and then, the server goes offline, so now it's worth nothing to you, because that's all there was, or that was the main emphasis, was the online, the multiplayer. And number two is, even if it doesn't go offline, if people just stop playing it and it's dead, that's also not fun. So, and then number two is, when it gets delisted from a physical storefront, digital storefront, now there's no way to get it ever, potentially, right? Whereas if you had the disc, they can't stop you from just playing it, even in single player or some other capacity, local co-op, couch co-op with friends, like all those things that have kind of died out. One of the best local co-op things that are most significant that I wanted to do was like the Xbox version of Plants vs. Zombies, which only that version supposedly has the one where one person can play as the plants, one person can play as the zombies, like against each other. Why they would only put that on Xbox is beyond me, but yeah, this could be a fun series where I just explore stuff like this, and it'll be very random. Right, because I'm not even choosing what, I'll choose of the ones that are on there, but I don't really have any control over what's about to go offline. It's something that psychologically deserves some speculation and observation. Like, it's so depressing to see that, because it's like, there's this game that you never got a chance to play, and now it'll be gone forever just because, and you'll never get to do it. It's so stupid. Which again, that wouldn't happen with physical games with disc versions of things. A game all about running fast and doing epic parkour tricks. In this short tutorial, we'll show you how it's done. After this, you'll get to play both multiplayer and career mode. Parkour to the end of the course. See, now once it gets delisted, since I already own it, which assumes that, oh, I should have to buy every single one of these games before it gets delisted, which is stupid, right? It's almost like a business trick to try to, oh, it's about to go offline, so now you're going to have to buy it, otherwise you can never buy it after this point, even if it's to play the single player mode. It seems kind of dumb. First person or third person? I think first person seems kind of cool, actually. You get the little slide. You know, this could fit almost into a genre of sports games, even though I don't know what sport exactly this would be. Like what, American Ninja? Wait, how do you turn? What? Or is it maybe just not letting me because I... What's happening? Like the mouse isn't letting me... I'm using like my touchpad, actually. I don't have... It feels awkward though. It doesn't feel like you're meant to really do that. But no, like American Ninja Warrior or some shit like that. Okay, I'm not going to be very smooth with this. I swear the camera, it doesn't work right regardless, but... What was I saying? Oh yeah, like I would make fun in a certain sense of sports games, even though I played NBA 2K so much and stuff over the years. Like, why would you play a sports game when you could just play that sport in real life? You know, why do something that you can do in real life? But I'm kind of being slow a little bit on purpose, but this like liminal spaces. This is the modern, you know, obsession everybody has. Oh, something that could be creepy and atmospheric, just something like this from your childhood, nostalgic. Those balls and whatnot. I can't figure this out. If it's the fact that I'm using a touchpad, or if there's actually something wrong with the way the mouse works in this game. I'm trying to just jump through it. And that's the hardest control so far to get used to, is the fact of just the what is even happening? Q is space Q. Oh, am I a female character? I didn't even notice that. Space and E. These are like your cooldown special abilities. I keep sliding when I don't mean to slide. Okay, that is kind of sick though. Space to get more height on trampolines. Touch the button to finish. Hold space. I don't get it. But yeah, for some reason, first person actually feels right in some of these. Even like Mirror's Edge would be like that, I think. Maybe that's the modern one that really... I feel like this genre isn't that big. You know, I don't feel like there's a ton of games that do this because, sure, there might be parkour in games like... I think even Watch Dogs had that a little bit because obviously Assassin's Creed, you know, style that they were going for. Ubisoft, obviously Assassin's Creed games have a lot of parkour in them, but they're not specifically only about that. So I feel like it's a subgenre where any game can theoretically have it. Like, oh, GTA 6 can add a parkour element, which you might think is silly, but actually, especially when they have multiple characters, like Franklin feels like the kind of dude, he should have that as a mechanic. Like, oh, he can ride a skateboard and he can parkour in the, you know, kind of inner city places that he lives that are more conducive to that, where it's like kind of more crummy and run down. It just feels to fit with that. So he might have that as a special ability or a talent. So one of the characters in GTA 6 could be like that. Have a parkour mechanic. That's honestly what I would do. One of them would have like that parkour element. One of them would have like a stealth mechanic, both of which weren't in GTA 5, even though the stealth thing was in San Andreas and stuff. So should I even try to do it online? Because that might be the only chance that you get to ever do it. I feel like I almost want to hook up my mouse. Let's see if you can even find a match. Or before I even do that, fuck, I gotta try to make sure the mic is off because Or maybe there is no. I hate when games have that automatically turn on the, you know, mic or whatever shit. Is safe to use in videos and streaming. I love that it actually says that. And it is a very good soundtrack for what it is. Yeah, you know why it'd be safe now, though, regardless? Because the game's about to go fucking offline, so nobody gives a shit. Like, it's going to be public domain. Even 79 cents was too much to pay for it. Why the fuck is the mouse like this? Like, what is going on? I'll never know whether it's the mouse. I don't see why that would matter. Like, I should be able to use my touchpad, even as stupid as that seems. It's because I'm too lazy to set up my mouse. Or yeah, it'll be like a Fall Guys type of thing, in a way. The fact that, you know, you'll have all these obstacle courses and stuff to go through. Like, I seem worse even than what I would normally be. That should almost count as a failure state. Permadeath run failed. In the tournament, players collect points in each round, different game modes, and in the end, the winner is the one with the most points. This is still faster paced than Mario Kart, am I right? Because literally you would run faster than those stupid go-karts that you're in. Like, I could make fun of sports games like, oh, why would you play a sports video game when you could just play the sport for real in real life, you lazy bum? And also number two is, imagine playing Mario Kart where you're moving so goddamn slow that you drive faster in your car every day in real life on the way to work than you do in a video game about racing. Like, what is that shit? You know, because it's very slow paced racing compared to like F-Zero, which is badass, or even like, oh, Need for Speed and stuff that's going to be faster than real life and much faster than Mario Kart. But number two would be like, oh, F-Zero or Sonic, where it's super fast. Now is this going to be actually with other players or what? Like, who is actually going to be playing this? There's always like an opposite interpretation fallacy, like, oh, because it's about to go offline, that means the game is dead, because that's part of the reason why it's going offline. But because it's right immediately before it's going to go offline, there's going to be a player-based thing. Like, there's going to be a player-based aspect with respect to I don't think I even really processed what the controls are, but oh shit. The player base issue of like, I thought that would spell break too. Oh, it's about to go offline, so even if the game is dead normally or was going to be dead, is this actually a bug? Like, fucking, I don't care. I'm playing on hard mode, no mouse run. The fact of the matter is that, oh, this is kind of cool though. Some of these mechanics are pretty fun, like this whole little dodgeball shit. I feel like you're not supposed to use shift because I keep doing that, and that's more so to crouch than it is to sprint. Oh fuck, we got to do laps now. Okay, I got to look at the. Oh, is there actually somebody? No, but that's just not that they're in the thing right now. It's that they're just maybe previous records that people have. What was I saying? The fact, I don't really care about this one, but yeah, like you drive so slowly in Mario Kart that it feels kind of underwhelming. Why the fuck is the mouse so fucking stupid? Like, really? It just worked like a normal fucking game. Why? It gets stuck, man. I hate that. It maybe seems to be intentional, or like the sensitivity was even so low. What is this fucking thing, man? This is why the game's going offline. Oh yeah, the reverse feedback loop of like, what if I just turn it up to max, man? I can't deal with this. There's like a principle that, oh, the better you are, at least at aiming in like shooters, it'd be like, oh wow, the better. This is what it would look like in real life if you're trying to move so fucking fast. But no, if I can make the point without this mouse shit distracting me, a game's about to go offline, partly because the game is dying out and dead and nobody's playing it, but there should be like a last minute resurgence, like what I'm doing right now. A bunch of people who've never played the game before trying to play the game now for the first time just before it goes offline, so they have the chance to finally, you know, play it before they won't be able to. Or number two, people who are fans of the game who would say, oh, I'm so sad it's going offline. the community should come back one last time to say, okay, we want to play this game that we love, and before it goes offline, you know, that we have played before. And then number 3, it could almost prevent the game from going offline, from the perspective that it could prevent the game from going offline. And the reason why is because if you get a resurgence, like, man, this is so annoying. If you get a resurgence like that, what could happen is, for fuck's sake, I have like this USB hub that I have to use my mouse, and it's like, because my laptop only has 2 USB slots, so it's a very strange situation to be in. This could be fun though, just to do on its own. That's the beauty of it. So I sure hope that you know, you should be able to do all this even if you're not online. Okay, how do I get out of here? Fuck. Stairway to Forza, spooky. Like you can race against people's ghosts. Oh shit. I kind of like the way this game is designed though. It's kind of inspired, like those balls coming at you and stuff. Like they're doing some interesting things already. Why does it take so long, man? Fuck. I don't know where I'm actually going though. I mean, you're just probably trying to go. Oh, this is like one of those Minecraft type. You don't want to go too fast though here. Like it's hard to control. You see those people going up in the clouds doing this jumping nonstop. It's like one of those stock footage things almost. I can't do this quickly though. I can't do it. I have to go slow. Fuck off. What the fuck? Like, how do you slow down? Bro, I need like an RP walk. Oh, that actually counts as dying going in the water. Or the fire. The RP walking button of some kind. What the fuck? I guess the flags might give you a checkpoint, so I should do it on like hard mode. Look, I'm not good enough obviously at doing it yet to be able to do this, but you don't even have to jump. Maybe that's my mistake. Or you don't always have to jump anyway. Holy shit, dude, this is hard. Because your character is moving so fast that you can't fucking do anything. This is actually so cool, though. Some of these maps, I wonder if some of these are like fan-made or whatnot. I'm not doing it for the sake of speed. Like, I'm just doing it for the immersion of trying to fucking figure out what I'm doing. The music is good. Some of the levels already are creative. I definitely like it on that basis. Some of this stuff is just automatic. Like I just jump on it and it just does it. So that's not really as satisfying as all that. But some of these you try to just walk into and assume it'll auto jump or cover for you, but maybe not. See, like that auto did something there, which may fuck you up in some animation, but this could be very satisfying to watch too once you get really good at it. Wait, am I just trying to go only up though, or what? If you get really good at it, this could be really satisfying to watch in like speedrunner. What was that? I didn't even do anything. Like it auto did that as soon as I landed. Or yeah, I'm not using the combo moves that we could potentially have here. I picked a bad day not to set up my mouse, assuming that somehow my touchpad is to blame for this, but maybe it's not. I don't see why this should be so punishing to fucking not work with that. Dude, you can kind of abuse the outsides of it a little bit. The fact that you don't have to jump directly into it. You can like, oh my god. Oh my god. Why is it like that, man? That's fucking bullshit. Like, what if I genuinely want to play it like that with a fucking... I can't believe it. Yeah, that's why the game is going offline. Like, can I just use like the fucking... Use like a... I'll use the fucking numpad or whatever. Or I mean the arrow keys. Like that'll seriously be better. At least if it's consistent, man. Which is not, or it just immediately hikes up like that though. Maybe I gotta turn the sensitivity down now. Input, maybe here. No, it still hikes up, so fine, whatever. You don't normally have to do that. This is still better. Oh, wait, more responsive. Fuck, man. This is not something I normally would be too good at, like a rhythm game type of thing almost, where it's just gonna be fast paced. I'm trying to do it in like one shot, but I can't. Again, I'm always very objective though. I never hate on a game or a genre just because, oh, I'm not good at it. Like, you know, I love Warcraft 3, even though I suck at RTS games. I like to take my time, or even like survival games, right? Don't Starve is one of my favorite games ever, and I'm not necessarily good at it because I try to play too slow and atmospheric and take my time, but then that hurts me because those kind of games, you're on the clock. Like, what's another kind of game that genre that I'm not good at that I like? Or even like chess, you know, I'm not necessarily good at it, although it's hard to define with that because of the amount of studying and stuff people do. But you know, I could not be good at it and I still like it somewhat, at least. The sensitivity is just jacked up. Like, you know, this is one of those fallacies like in real life where you try to rush, but by rushing you take longer because you'll make mistakes and have to do it over again, or, you know, mess something up. So you'd rather just go slow. Just go RP walk normal speed and you'll do better because you take your time and do it once properly instead of having to do it 100 times over and over. It's so tight, dude. Oh god. But no, this does seem like a pretty good game. I have best 70 cents I've spent because I don't know. This is the kind of game that can have infinite potential, just like you have a lot of good maps, maybe fan-made content, which there probably hardly anybody's even played this game, maybe. But yeah, delistings are really dumb, especially sometimes it's on account of music, like, oh, Spec Ops, for some reason there's a music copyright issue and they lost the rights to it or something, and so they basically decided to not change the music or remove the music or update that. Like even with GTA 4, we're gonna remove some songs now that were in there because the licensing expired for the rights to it or something like that. But actually, bro is gonna play what should be a fast-paced parkour game like it's a fucking RP story thing where I can just stop wherever I want, because I really don't care about the time. Like, I'm just doing it for the novelty of doing it, right? But my point is that no, they just removed the whole Spec Ops game from the fucking thing. It seems like it's going higher, but it seems like sort of a dead end too. Right, like you're just trying to get as high as possible, I suppose. It definitely feels right though in first person. Like, I kind of want to keep doing it like this. What the fuck? Sometimes I don't know if I'm not doing something right when it comes to sprinting or not sprinting. You know, this, you're going back down. So what if I want to go further up? And the look up is probably bound to something else. This is sort of a puzzle solving thing too, because it'd be kind of sick to see people actually racing and trying to figure this shit out, especially for the first time. Fuck off. That was like an insult to injury defeat too. Not only, oh, run out of time, but also fall down at the same time. I don't think that was because I ran out of time that it like forced me off. That's just one of those like bait moments where it just does it. But no, it's a case. I almost don't want to do it like this. Can I just do these without a time limit and fucking... I'm playing it by myself and still losing. Like doing it online is pointless. These should be the same sort of levels, right? Like, let's just confirm. Yeah, see, that's so cool. That level idea is so sick. Featured all levels. So we should do it like that. We get one try at each one. But I don't know if it matters because I'm not trying to do it in a speed time way. Create lobby, add to thing. Right, so we should just do it until whether I succeed or fail, basically. Yeah, this almost makes me want to play Fall Guys, which I never really played very much. That should already count as a fail, the fact that I fell down off of it. But you just kind of value time over anything else. Wait, that's it? Wait, that cannot be a real level, though. That can't be serious. What the fuck is that? What is the point of that? Bro. Is that seriously the whole level? What the fuck? Tutorial. Career. Gym class. I was doing a story mode like it's fucking NBA 2K or something. Where was it showing me just oh, here. I did that. I got wait, no. You have to go here. I don't understand what happened with that. These could be fan-made things, I think, right? Remix. But no, that was just okay. Is it 3 seconds in 78? Like not 3 minutes. Like, why are some of these even fucking here then? Like, the intro of me watching this is literally going to take longer than the level itself. I don't even know where I'm supposed to go. Oh no, I'm still trying to use my mouse again. What is the point of that? Some of these are trash. Okay, let's do the career shit. We did the tutorial. Complete all tasks. Oh god. Glad you could make it. Let's get started. We've set up some awesome parkour course here in the gym and we're going to help you compete again. Are there things like this even in real life? Like, there's certain obstacle courses and like little fucking rock climbing and shit. But like a full-on thing that would be set up to do like real life parkour as like a tournament, or the only thing I can think of is like, oh, American Ninja Warrior, that's done as like a reality show. But the refresher course, you know the drill, talk to people around and they'll let you practice. First of all, yeah, I'm really going to care about dialogue options in a game like this, but normally if I would immerse myself fully. Like, I have that philosophy of, if you're going to do something, then do it all the way or don't do it at all. So then either don't play the game at all or play it fully and, you know, immerse yourself in every element. Like the super letters spread around the gym. Set the timer. I don't like the timers though. Like, let me just do it, man. Like, I get that's a part of it, but like, imagine, oh, I have to collect them in the correct order to spell a certain word. Oh god. Space. No, that shouldn't be a space one though. That should be like a crouch one. What the fuck is going on? Maybe the first person thing does throw you off a little bit. Can't go wrong with the music, which is pretty important in a game like this too. I think I didn't get the letter though. Like, fucking, I saw it too. What is this shit? But yeah, like, you can combine genres that way. Like, oh, it's an open world racing game, which I think Mario Kart Worlds or whatever was trying to advertise like that. But like an open world story game where you can go around and make choices kind of randomly with, you know, dynamic random NPCs in the world, or like an open world, you know, parkour game. Like, open world in that sense isn't really a genre. Anything can just be open world, right? You can have like, oh, a fantasy RPG that's also open world, or a, you know, third person shooter that's also open world, or any kind of genre. You know, it's not really a genre itself to say it's limited. But yeah, this could be a fun thing to do in terms of the... I'll have to keep looking at that list and deciding stuff to do off of there. My setup is like very, very uncomfortable here, but it's okay. I would like to try another challenge. See those ropes over there? I've marked the checkpoints across them. Time to test those legs of yours. Balance on the tightrope like I'm a clown at the fucking circus, dude. And you don't really have to do anything. You can just do it like... See, my whole innate instinct is to always take my time. That's why I gave my chest or something is more suited to me, because it's not about how well people play this bullet clown kind of shit format, but it's more about the end result, right? Take as much time as you want and then come with the best result instead of trying to do it quickly or anything like that. Yeah, any game or any genre can be open world, is the point. I've set up a sick wall running course to get your speed going. Give it a whirl. Do 3 wall runs in 30 seconds. Remember to approach a wall to start wall running. Okay. Objective completed. Yeah, this is like, I don't know, it's giving me a vibe almost like of that pool game. Where, wait, is there a certain one that I have to do, or you can just do it anywhere? Very complete all my challenges. Like pools, where even though that's meant to be a little scary and horror stuff, it's also a case where I don't know, it just has that kind of vibe and atmosphere to it. I don't like the fact that there's NPCs even. It should just be like that, where you're alone and you're just trying to figure this shit out and go through these obstacle courses not knowing why you're even doing it, or like you're trapped in somewhere, like you've been kidnapped and knocked out and now you have to get out of this place, and in order to do it you have to keep going through these unknown and weird obstacle courses. Like that could be the story mode of the game. Super moves are special parkour tricks. Yeah, I haven't really been using those either. Could be a hard mode format, like where I'm not allowed to use those and I have to get through without that, but maybe sometimes it forces you to do it. Do backflips, front flips, side leap, but it's just saying to do them, not like with any context. Base and E. What about the side leap? Space plus E. Oh, okay, you got to do the control thing, or the... Or is it shift or control? I keep forgetting what happens on that. Shift does the slide. And then... Oh shit, you were like straight up climbing it though. That changed the whole perspective. Or yeah, even mixing in parkour with combat, and especially with PvP. Or you know what game I think of somewhat with parkour is like... Even Anthem weirdly sort of felt like it had a little element of that with like the flying and the... This one you have such amazing mobility, which honestly a lot of games in the modern era have forgotten about that. Like they're so stiff with their movement, whether it be like a cover system like GTA stuff, or whether it be the fact of you're just kind of stiff. Mass Effect 2 even, great game, but like your movement is sort of stiff and narrow. You can run only in like a straight line. You can, you know, stick to cover in kind of a stiff, stagnant way. So freedom of movement and mobility in modern gaming is a bit limited, actually. Or just speaking of just modern gaming tropes, like there's all these videos and trends that you see, like, oh, gaming isn't fun anymore, everything's kind of boring or too easy or whatever. But you got to ask yourself, has it changed? Like, have games changed, or have you? In the sense that there was a principle before, or there weren't as many resources before, so like you could look up a guide, but that, you know, use like an actual physical strategy guide, but that would be frowned upon and you would choose not to do it, or you might not have access to it. Or you could have your friends or family help you, like you're a kid and, oh, give the controller to your parent or your brother or something, but that's also frowned upon. So there's sort of an honor code that playing it blind and trying to figure it out was part of the experience. And so therefore, yeah, this could be like one of those things you use as like stock footage. Like, you know how there's a lot of videos where people are just giving commentary on random subjects and they're playing something mindlessly in the background, like that Subway Surfer type shit, or whatever, certain probably mods of like in like a Half-Life context that let you run around and do stuff like this, or Minecraft, like I said, jumping on the clouds or some shit. Just sort of mindless, something to watch in the background. Although the way I'm playing this is probably not very entertaining because it's too much without context. It's like you're not really, there's no failure state or structure to it really, for now. But no, the point is that have games changed, or have you, in the sense that you know, again, people are so used to looking stuff up, so it's almost like games are more complicated and robust than ever, but people are just jaded and cynical, so they'll look stuff up and then complain about how easy it is, even though knowing is half the battle and trying to figure it out for yourself could have taken forever. There's not that, oh, games are too easy or simple or boring or self-explanatory. It's that you're treating them like a zero-sum process where you're using external borrowed knowledge and then you're complaining about it because you feel like you're complaining about it because you feel like you take that for granted, and then you say, oh, it's too easy, even though you couldn't have figured that out yourself, or it would have taken way longer and that would have been more satisfying. So you're playing games differently than you would have when you were younger, partly because they're so complicated now. Sure, they could be cryptic in the old days, like Simon's Quest or whatever, weird, you know, little, you had to do like weird things at times that weren't very self-explanatory. But they're so much bigger now, they're so much more complicated now, that it would take forever, especially like MMOs and online stuff, that people give up even trying to figure them out and just assume that you have to look stuff up and use guides and mods and whatever and watch playthroughs. And so now you treat it like some eventuality, where now it's just about the mechanics and how well you do everything, not so much about trying to figure out stuff yourself or trying to improvise or trying to, you know, self-actualize and come up with different ideas and builds yourself and try to actually think about what you're doing. It's just more about doing it. This is sort of how the cynical real life works too, in the workplace environment and stuff like that, where it's not about what you're doing, it's about, you know what I mean, like just how well you're doing it. Like everything's on rails, and now it's just a matter of doing something that's set in stone for you, instead of kind of self-actualizing, coming up with the process yourself. So just remember that a little bit, that you would feel, again, don't look anything up, try to figure it out yourself, try to get immersed in it, instead of treating it like some zero-sum eventuality where now, oh, it's just about doing the mechanics or doing the thing, instead of, which can still be satisfying, but then it feels more like a zero-sum process again, especially in multiplayer context. Or does it feel like trying to figure out what to do or how to do it, and then also executing it too on top of that? You're kind of stripping away half of the whole thing, that knowing is half the battle, trying to figure it out for yourself, stuff like that. You're trying to strip that away, and then you complain that, oh, games aren't fun anymore or aren't complicated anymore. But it's actually the opposite, that they're so complicated that people give up on trying to figure them out for themselves and look everything up, and you're choosing to play it in a different way, that you're kind of stripping that away and then complaining about it like, you know, the way you're playing them is different, whether because you have more resources available now, or whether because you choose to use resources, right, that would have been frowned upon to do before. Strategy guides, help from, you know, family, friends, now like just the internet. You take those things for granted, watching playthroughs of it, sort of hindsight bias, like acting like you're smarter than people in the past, like, oh, imagine getting stuck on this. Oh, so you figured it out? Oh no, I just looked it up, it's obvious, everybody knows it. Because we treat that, you see that a lot with like competitive games too, like, oh, it's so obvious, this opening in chess that people didn't do for hundreds of years, but now we take for granted as if you came up with that yourself, and it's not just borrowed engine knowledge and stuff, or like multiplayer stuff like WoW, or certain game, Path of Exile, like, oh, everything is just so obvious, you see, says the guy who's played the game for thousands of hours and looked up guides and videos, and like, you're just not looking at it objectively of how it actually works. You're just very preconceived, hindsight bias, nor does it even really matter. Like, it's not, you know, just have fun with it and figure it out. Or maybe there's like a difference of preference too, like, oh, you're doing it wrong, not even because you don't know what the optimal thing to do is. Maybe you do, or you could figure it out, or you could look it up, but maybe you're just choosing to do a different kind of format. Like, oh, what a crazy idea that you could do, you know, like hardcore classic, that you're choosing to do a permadeath run, or you're choosing to do like, oh, I'll do a no item run, or a challenge run, something like that. So trampolines are so much fun. Let's see you bust some super moves while soaring through the air on them. Give me a backflip and a front flip on a trampoline. There is a cooldown. I don't think I really feel what's happening with it though. Like, what do you mean? It wasn't registering, or it didn't really feel that meaningful. I don't know, it doesn't feel like I'm going that much higher than just like a normal jump. Good job, you did all my challenges. I like what this game is trying to do, but I don't know how good it would actually be. There might be some good fun in multiplayer if it was actually active, or again, I could do the career mode type thing. So at least it does have that mode. Whether I'll even still be able to play it, I guess, because I own it. It's almost, again, like a marketing tactic to try to get you to buy a game before it goes offline. If you do, otherwise, like, it's a game you would have never heard of or cared about before, right? But now, oh, because it's going offline, now I have to feel like, oh, I'm gonna buy it just for that reason alone. Right? So it's a way to trick people. That's what this format would in fact actually be about. Yeah, we need more like of a failure state, like the stairway to heaven shit, where, I mean, I guess I did everything. I don't know what else there is to do here. Try to get to the very top. What is all that? Can you actually get up there? Yeah, I don't know what kind of failure state you'd be looking at here with respect to the fuck off, you know, falling off the side or something. So this level is just more like a tutorial practice type thing. You're just trying to you're just trying to get to basically the end of it, but I don't know what the end is. We did like a couple of these little side objective things for people. What's always gonna fuck you over is just going too fast. What? That must mean there's still something more that I have to do, or what? The fuck? We talked to everybody, I thought. As you get up here, can I skip this? I already know all this. Head up to Sam at the exit. Make sure you do all the moves. Why is the music getting all sinister? You have not completed all the challenges. I thought I had. Some NPC is escaping my nose. Let's go really slow so I don't miss them. Yeah, like Fall Guys, or what was the other one? There's all kind of games like that now. So we did that, did that. They had like an icon on their head if they have like a quest for you. I like the puzzle solving element this actually is taking on though somewhat. Or yeah, do a game like this in VR. That could be a real mindfuck. It can give you all kind of motion sickness and stuff. Like there was something in VR that was a real challenge for them to do. Like the walking around apparently was always hard for them to design. So apparently I haven't done all the challenges, so I can't figure out what the other one would be. We like seem to talk to everybody. Maybe they're up high somewhere. Ah, here he is. So you're going to compete as well. We need to make sure your legs can take a beating. See how long you survive high falls by rolling. Like a Legend of Zelda trick where you would be able to do that if you roll right when you fall. Shift in the air to do a roll. Survive high falls by rolling, assuming that I would actually die. That wasn't a high fall at all. No, fuck that. Let's try to get to the button actually near the highest possible one. Yeah, you sometimes see these type of things at the mall. You go to a mall and there's like these little courses where it does seem dangerous, like you could fall off of that, and it would be scary in the sense that, you know, little kids are gonna do it and they could easily fall off. Yeah, let's do one off of here, and you can just seemingly hold it from even a super high level. But no, I've totally done that where I've done a fall like that that didn't hurt me anyway. For this one, you need to combine wall running and grinding to get the farthest. Grind on the walls. Grind 2 times, reach the end location. What? You reach the end location. What end location? What? Alright, try again. I don't know what it's talking about though. Oh, this. What? Alright, can we finally do the button and get out of here? I'm not treating it like a harsh failure state necessarily, but it's also kind of getting annoying just to even complete it in a base sense. It's that turning that really gets you because you're supposed to be doing it straight. So let me guess, he's gonna say it once again, or no, I guess I'm supposed to go back here. I just want to push that fucking button. For the final challenge, we're gonna give you a really tough one. We fill the entire place with playpen balls. You need to gather super letters without falling into the ball pit. Just get out of the way. Okay, here we go. And again, the biggest challenge is the time aspect of it, but oh, that should count as a failure too, getting hit by that. Or just wasting your fucking time. Oh, I finally did the up movement without actually doing that shit. Without going all the way up. I don't know how that works. Is this gonna take me to the button anyway, or? It still won't want me to fucking put the button, man. The Sam was over here. You've completed all the challenges, want to leave. Okay, good. Too much NPC interaction though, and that weird kind of creepy music almost. School's out. Okay, maybe that's good enough for here, but I did like the whole thing of it. The concept of it. Again, this is not a genre that I've done a whole lot. I gotta find like my original channel art here, and I gotta figure out which one it is. Yeah, dang and Ron are there. This is just an excuse to show up. Oh, I forgot what my art is. And so now, whoops, we keep showing off different ones. I have no idea what this is though. This is chess one. I make the weirdest one sometimes, but GTA 5. That series actually did really good on YouTube, which I was surprised. You might think, oh, because it's such a well-known game, but it's kind of a double-edged sword because you're a small channel. You wouldn't expect it to do super well, and the reason why is because of the there it is. Because of the simple fact that you feel like, you know, it'd be so competitive, or people are kind of jaded, or already have enough content for it, seen enough of it. So what I feel with that is that it's not really all that expected, but it did very well. And some of my takes on that are pretty gold. I won't even rehash them, but just like different mission